What's good, everybody? As you can tell, my internet is back on finally. It's been a terrible time without it, and I got an announcement to make, so let's go ahead and get on into the video. Now, before we go on into the announcement, well, this is the announcement, to be honest. I'm done on Twitch, at least for the time being. I have a lot of problems in my life that I've neglected for probably the last 2 years, at least. I imagine it's been that long, and my life is a mess. A lot of things are in shambles. My health is in shambles. My mental health is in shambles. Spiritually, I've gotten weaker, and we have to make changes. And the best way for me to make those changes is to quit spending 6 nights a week streaming on Twitch. I've been talking to a friend about it. Well, not a whole lot, but I did mention what was going on and how I felt and things, and she said, I don't know how you done it. Six nights a week streaming, 2-3 YouTube videos a week, and she just said, you need to focus on yourself. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do. And I've thought about it a lot since that discussion. And this is a real life friend too. This is somebody who's known me for years and years, and it's a known fact. Mentally, I'm not usually this bad off, but I literally quit a good job last year because of it, and I'm an absolute idiot probably for it. But mentally, it was evident then that I was extremely bad off, and instead of me addressing it then, it took me going a month and a half without internet to see it. I'm in the worst health I've ever been physically. Blood pressure medicine, all that good stuff, and even though that does run in my family, it's still no excuse for me to need to be on medication. I just don't take care of myself like I should. And those two things being extremely out of balance, when typically I keep that stuff somewhat in balance, has wrecked me. And my spiritual growth in the Lord has been bad, little to none. And I know this. I'm a preacher too, I'm an ordained minister, and I've just not been using the Lord's gift that He's gave me. I've not incorporated enough into streaming as I should. So I have decided that in order for me to regain the balance that I used to have in life, to be me and living my best life, I'm going to take a break from streaming. I imagine I'll still log on and play video games. Video games have always been a big part of my life. I've played since an Atari. My first gaming memories, and some of my first memories in general, was playing on the Atari with my mom. So yeah, that's always been a part of my life, and it always will be. If I'm ever put in a nursing home, I'll have to have some sort of video game where I will be the awfulest old man they've ever dealt with in their life. But I've always done other things too. I've always, to a degree, I would do something that would at least give me some form of exercise, like running my dogs. That was always good exercise, and it was a good mental break too. Good way to disconnect. I always focused on, I've not always focused on my faith, but I'd spend a time where I was really focusing on my faith, and I was on fire and everything was great, and I just let it go. I threw the water on the fire, and now I have to reignite it. And that's extremely important to me, my faith is, in getting that fire back. And I know that my physical health will help my mental health improve, and as my mental health improves, then everything else will improve. And it's just a balance. I can't eat junk food and drink pop all the time and expect to get better physically. And because of the depression and anxiety that I've had, I've not cleaned my house like it should be cleaned. I'm extremely, like, the thought of organizing my house gives me an anxiety. It's not that it's necessarily dirty, it's extremely unorganized. And honestly, it does lead to dirtiness. I'm just being honest. And that's one thing that I always wanted to do with you guys, is just be honest with, whenever you come into my stream or whenever you watch YouTube videos about whatever I was discussing, I always wanted to be genuine with you guys and be honest and upfront with you about everything. And this is just a video expressing that, and that I will be back. Don't worry about that. I'm hoping by February I'll get habits formed. I'll be in a routine. I can return back 2-3 days a week streaming. I'm going to continue to create YouTube content. I got a ton of Pokemon cards to open that I've not even touched. And I can just record stuff while I'm playing it, and then just edit it when I need to, versus dedicating time to streaming, then me doing my own videos for YouTube and stuff. And it was just, and I was ignoring things that didn't need to be ignored. And I was just making excuses too, to like, well, I got to do this. That's why I can't work out. I've got to do this. Can't be cleaning no house today because I got to do this. Can't be cutting no grass today because I got to do this. Well, I need to get the dogs back out. I love it, but we're working on this right now. So yeah, I have to regain that balance that I used to have, and used to I ran dogs 6 and 7 days a week. I still played WoW then. Still did all my jobs. Wasn't streaming at the time, but we can do better. And I expect better out of myself, and I've allowed myself to. I've done more than just fell off the horse. I fell off the horse and I rode down the hill. I'm in the ditch at the bottom of the hill. We're no longer going uphill, guys. We've officially went downhill, and we've dug a ditch for ourselves that we have to fight to scramble to get out. And then we had to fight to get back up the hill so we can get back on the horse and continue on our path. And as daunting as that may sound, it's really where I'm at in life. And I hate to say it, I've been conflicted about making this video, but I do need to focus on myself, and when I'm better, my content will be better. And I know before my internet went out, there were moments where it's probably really hateful. Chat mentioned I was really hateful, and where I was just in a sour mood, and I've had my friends tell me this, and I was like, yeah, they're just my friends, they're just giving me a hard time, but they were being honest at the same time too, and I just ignored the issue, and I've continued to ignore the issues and continue to ignore the red flags, and I'm done ignoring things. We will get back on the horse. We will be back to streaming. YouTube content will still continue to come on, be uploaded, and I'll take you guys on the ride. I'll just show you everything, and you can learn about beagles, what it means to handle them and take care of them. You can watch me get my house back into order, cracking packs of Pokemon cards. I'm still going to make content on video games. I'll probably still make WoW content. I'll probably, go back to raiding this week on Cortona, so you guys will actually see me in game. I just won't be streaming. But yeah, we got to get back, got to get refocused, and when we get our life back in order, everything else will fall into place. And mostly, I have to get my life back in order with the Lord. The Word of God tells us, or it tells me. I know not everybody's a Christian that comes by my stream and watches my content, and that's fine, but it's to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And I've not sought the Lord first. I didn't seek the Lord for the job I was doing last year. I just went and done it, and that might be, and a big red flag was thrown up, and it's like, oh, you're struggling with this and this and this too, and I just didn't have my life in order. Instead of listening, I just continued to be an idiot, and I dove myself into other things to hide my anxiety, my depression. I do that, and I know I'll do that. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, guys. I'll still continue to play video games, still continue to be around. I will link all my socials in the About section. I will link my Discord as well. And you guys are more than welcome to DM me on Discord. I've always been open about you guys commenting on YouTube, hollering at me in Discord and stuff. I don't want to be the type of person, especially as a small streamer, that it just ignores people that likes them. There's no doubt there's some small streamers like it. I've talked to a few like that, but I don't want to be that kind of person. I want to try to be as honest and just as real as possible with you guys. And this is just where I'm at in life. I'm in a terrible place, and I have to get it in order, and I hope you understand. If not, it's fine. I understand. I know how it is trying to be an influencer and a content creator online. It's a terrible grind, to be honest. I know I've lost over half my subs on Twitch. If you want to throw your prime somewhere else, I understand. I've already lost some subscribers on YouTube. I'm more scuffed about that than I am the Twitch stuff. Because I don't really have an issue with money. This is a job that I would like to do full time, to be able to quit other jobs and just have one job. Being a full-time content creator and being able to generate the amount of income that I need to do it would be amazing, because I know one day, the store's not always going to be there. The store's doing great right now, and I'm thankful for that. I'm blessed. But I know one day, I'm in a low-income area, low-traffic area, and you have to be realistic at the end of the day. and you know, it is what it is. I don't really want it to die with me. Me being the fifth generation, would love to see it continue on. So maybe I'll actually end up getting married and having a kid, and they can do it. It's not looking good right now, though, Chad. But that's where my life is at, and we have a lot to do. We have a lot of things to improve on and get better at, and regain our balance and live our best life once again. So, you know, guys, always you can DM me or whatever on Discord or social medias. Holler at me in game when you see me on. And, you know, I hope you guys have a great one. Appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me. And eventually we will be back to streaming. So one day we'll see you again in the chat. Nothing but love for you guys. Big C for more BC. Peace and God bless. I'm out.